I was born in Terrace, BC, and lived in Kitwanga my whole life.
I'm from the Alberni Valley.
I came from the northwest coast of Washington State.
My mom is from a reserve called Oshweekon, and my dad is from a reserve called Garden River.
I'm going to be moving to Nanaimo from Kitwanga. For me, leaving home, I'm kind of scared. Well, not in like really, really scared kind of sense, just a little. But I'm probably gonna get settled in when I move to Nanaimo pretty quickly. No, I'm probably gonna miss my dad a lot.
My grandparents both grew up in the Alberni Valley. My grandmother is from the Hoopetchessit First Nation, and my grandfather, who I'm named after, is from the Sishot First Nation.
I grew up in a small town called Forks. I spent about 16 years of my life there. I come from a pretty small, kind of like the ideal family structure type. The two loving parents whom were kind of lucky to have two wonderful children. We came up to our own time and changes that we needed different things at that time. I kind of felt like it was them teenage years where it kind of got hard for everybody. So we decided to move to Lytton, that's my mom's hometown. And since then, that's kind of like our home. We're more settled there, and it's part of our life now.
My family's always traveled all around Canada and from place to place, city to city. My dad's he's a painter, an artist, and so we would just follow the powwow trail a lot of the times, and a lot of the craft fairs and a lot of the trade shows, and kind of going to wherever the art market may lay, right? Wherever we could go and take in those experiences, and that's where we drew our income from.
I think it's important to spend a lot of time with my family because I'm probably going to miss them a lot. And when I move away and living in the city, I'm probably going to think, did I see them enough times, or did I visit them too much or too little? I'm excited. I'm really excited to be living in the city. It's going to be kind of weird for me to be going to a different school because I've been to that school for like 3 years now. And I have like a bunch of friends there that I'm going to be leaving behind.
As far as I know, my father and my grandparents both have lived in the Alberni Valley all their lives, so we got those strong ties in the community. When I built my house back in '97, I built a large house with a large living room just so I could invite family and friends over to my house to have large gatherings, to have celebrations, and have everybody feel comfortable and safe on where they are. I compare that along to the Longhouse, I guess. It's where people a long time ago used to gather and celebrate life. And my family is my life, and I'm happy where I'm from.
I am a single mother of two, and my kids are currently in the process of learning more. They're reaping all the benefits of what our ancestral heritage really is. They can benefit a lot more than where I came from. Each night, for each meal, my kids say the grace in our language. So they've come pretty far. It's so wonderful to sit back and watch how much we've grown.
Well, living at home on my reserve, we used to go fishing and hunting and have enough food through that to feed ourselves over the winter, right, and all year round, and we go collect berries and just eat off the land, and it was really good. There's more of our youth that are born into cities or dependent upon them, and not so much having that connection to the traditional lands, as well as access to the knowledge that it takes to live amongst the land.
I usually think that home is where my family is. If my family wasn't in Kitwanga and I had like no family there, I wouldn't consider it as home. Even though I've grown up there and all that, I would just consider it as a place I've lived in my life. Like if my whole family moved to Vancouver, I would call Vancouver my home. Like if anybody asked where I was from, I would just say Vancouver. Or if they asked me where I grew up, I would say I was from Kitwanga. I grew up in Kitwanga.
The opportunities that currently exist for my children are a lot more than what I had when I was young. My son's given the opportunity to learn his culture, his language, and the dance as well. Unfortunately, I never had that, but I don't have any animosity or anything towards it because my son's the teacher. He's teaching me about my culture. I see there's still a need to help other people out and hopefully build stronger ties within the community. That's one of the main reasons why I want to stay in the Port Alberni area. I've grown up there and I've gained a lot of pride of knowing who I am.
I kind of feel like for me, home is where my family is, where we belong. We belong together now. We've learned our lessons in life and we've got a long way to go, but home is with my family and we've settled there, and it's a tight community. Everybody's there, our family, friends, and relatives. So now I feel we're comfortable. That's where our life is going to be. That's our roots.
You know, I've lived in a multitude of different places, and the thing that I've been able to do is find a sense of home within a lot of those different places. And I mean, there's certain things that are required for me to call it a home, I guess, like as long as it's safe and it's comfortable and I have friends or family that's within the area, so I have that sort of sense of security.
One of my favorite sayings is, a house is only a house, but a home is where the heart is.